science fans, and welcome to SHE-ensya. Our topic for today is the real impact of COVID-19 on the environment. We've seen the photos on social media. Since the lockdown, we appear to have had cleaner air and clearer skies. We've even started seeing natural formations and faraway monuments that were formerly obscured by smog. Kidding aside, Manila's clear skies give us hope as we still feel the onslaught of COVID-19. But is it just our imagination, or did COVID-19 really affect the environment? So, I did some scouring in Google Scholar and I have the numbers. So it's not our imagination, folks. Air quality is up as carbon dioxide emissions are down. And considering the percentage carbon dioxide emissions of each economic sector, power, industry, surface transport, commerce, and aviation all took a significant hit. And with a tiny percentage of residential emissions, even if it did go up because of us working from home, its uptick is compensated for by the large decrease in emissions of the bigger industries. Estimates of researchers from the University of East Anglia, as published in the scientific journal Nature Climate Change, shows a 17% decrease compared to averages from last year. Occasionally, it could even peak as much as 25% per day. I wonder though, considering the economic impact and the thousands of people left jobless, if this 17% reduction in carbon dioxide emissions are enough. But apart from decreases in our favorite greenhouse gas, we have more good news because nitrogen dioxide emissions are down. Nitrogen dioxide is a byproduct of energy production in factories and car engines. Breathing in raised levels of nitrogen dioxide inflames the lining of the lungs and reduces immunity to lung infections. So yeah, it causes problems such as wheezing, coughing, colds, flu, and bronchitis. Nitrogen dioxide concentrations was estimated to have gone down by around 35% globally and by as much as 60% in China. And this has certainly lessened the aggravation of the symptoms felt when you have COVID-19. Apart from that, people with asthma and other upper respiratory issues are certainly happier right now because of the better quality of air. Apart from cleaner air, we've also had cleaner coastlines. Beaches are one of the most important natural capital assets found in coastal areas. They provide services such as land, sand, and recreation that are critical for the survival of coastal communities. As such, they should not be overexploited. Irresponsible use by people has caused many beaches in the world to present pollution problems. But due to lockdowns, quarantines, and the need for physical distancing, a lot of the beaches in the world has had few to no visitors this year. This lack of tourist activity has caused a notable change in the appearance of many beaches in the world. But considering that the Philippines earns 500 billion pesos in tourism alone each year, our fellow Filipinos have been hit hard by this absence of tourists. It is estimated that we've probably lost more than 90% of our usual revenue from tourism, and it might not get any better soon. But that's not the bad news. Even in the environmental front, not everything is good news. The key to avoiding COVID-19 is to boost our immune system, avoid crowded areas, and to make sure that our hands are always clean. This has triggered the inner germaphobe in most of us, and during the first few weeks of the quarantine, alcohol and other antibacterial substances were out of stock. But did you know that the excessive use of hand sanitizers does more harm than good?
Nani?
Many hand sanitizers contain antimicrobial compounds that are unnecessary. One of these substances could be triclosan, that has since been banned by the FDA in 2016, but is still present in many hand gels. And while triclosan is an effective antimicrobial agent, it can easily enter your skin and impair your thyroid function, damage your liver, and also your muscles. And while we can shift to alcohol-based sanitizers, their overuse outweighs their effectiveness. Too much use of alcohol causes excessive dryness of the skin, which can lead to eczema. And the breaks on your skin will make you more vulnerable to infection. And since alcohol cannot discriminate good from bad bacteria, too much use of alcohol will also destroy the flora of good bacteria on your skin, making you more vulnerable to the effects of bad bacteria. And whether you choose to buy the mini bottles or the big jugs, most alcohol bottles do not get recycled and contribute to plastic waste. Over time, the alcohol and hand sanitizer residue on your hands and in the containers will also find their way into freshwater ecosystems and contaminate them. In the US alone, 58% of 85 rivers and streams tested in 30 states had triclosan from a survey done by the US Geological Survey team. Oh no! So what are our options? If and when you can, wash your hands instead of using alcohol and hand sanitizers. Be mindful of the ingredients of the soaps and hand sanitizers that you buy. Do a quick Google search on these ingredients to check if they are harmful to you and also to the environment. Apart from that, please watch out for triclosan and make sure that you do not purchase these products. And yes, you will still need to use alcohol when you are desperately away from a functional sink. But if that's the case, please use a reusable container and find a way to recycle the bottles that you can't reuse. And due to limited mobility, a surge in online shopping and food takeout orders have also caused an increase in plastic waste. We've had a 51.2 metric ton increase in plastic waste this year, with 40% of that from packaging. These packaging materials are often single-use and cannot be recycled. Milk tea. So, they will most definitely go to dump sites. Most cities in the world have also stopped their recycling facilities due to the danger they pose in spreading COVID-19. So, as much as I enjoy a good bubble wrap popping session, try not to order too much online. We don't need any more of these plastic products. But working from home is hard. We need to order food. What do we do? What are our options? Well, I suggest find time to bring a bayong to your local palengke and buy fresh produce there. It's better for your health, the local economy, and also the environment. If you don't have time or are worried for your own health, at least avoid stores that use styrofoam products. Apart from this, plastic-lined paper boxes are no better because these cannot be recycled and they also don't biodegrade. Try to choose stores that use reusable, microwavable containers and be a true Filipino and reuse them over and over and over and over and over again. But the scariest environmental problem is the uncontrolled surge in medical waste. Part of this is the excessive use of surgical masks and N95 masks by non-health workers. Discarded face masks have been found littering waterways and clogging pipes and drains. They have also caused unnecessary spread of potential viral particles. You don't really need to use a surgical mask or an N95 mask if you're not a health worker. A simple cloth mask will do, as their primary point is to inhibit the spread of viral particles from your own mouth. Since there is no solid evidence that COVID is spread through airborne particles, masks that filter out these particles are unnecessary as of now. Apart from our face mask problem, the medical waste production in hospitals has increased by more than tenfold in certain cities and has far exceeded the treatment capacities to make them safe for disposal. This is a huge health and environmental risk that even I feel powerless against. So what can we do?
Stay up here.
We have thousands of people here in the Philippines and more all over the world with no proper means of transport who have to travel to work every day and endanger themselves to make sure they put food on their tables at home or to take care of others because they are healthcare workers. Let us not put their sacrifice to waste. Stay at home and minimize the potential damage if you do not need to go out. So that's it for our video today. But before we end, I would like to give a shout out to Barnard Peralta and Arnab Goswami for putting in comments that were able to inspire me to make our content for today. I hope you can give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. I hope you were able to learn something from this short video today. And if you have any more comments, questions, and suggestions, please don't hesitate to hit me up, your resident Filipino scientist, in the comments section below. Thank you very much and see you around!